Camelot331 here, and today I would like to take a second just to talk about my mental state and how I've really been feeling lately. I'm just kidding. That would be boring as hell, and that's not why you're here. The reason you're here is to hear some crazy ass stories that were sent in directly by you, the people watching on the other side of the screen right now. That's you. And these stories are going to top every damn thing we've ever put out before. I compiled a list, man. It's been a second since my last one. So we got some burners. Will there be feces? Yes. Probably. Blood? Probably. Is there going to be death and fighting? Maybe murder. Probably not the last one, but probably maybe. I don't know what I'm saying. And wait till you hear the last one. It's going to blow your pants off. You're not going to be able to wear pants ever again, which I see as kind of a bonus. So before we get into it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, doodle. It's real damn important. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't. First message. I work at Walmart and was working behind the counter in electronics, and I'm in a wheelchair. I had a customer come up and yell, "Hey you, with the glasses, I need help," which is kind of a nasty way of describing somebody. Glasses guy. Maybe the guy with the beautiful hair. You could say that instead. I respond with saying, "Of course, sir, what can I do for you?" He said that his tablet he bought here would not connect to his work email anymore. I told him I would take a look at it and held out my hand. He began to look extremely suspicious. He couldn't see me in my wheelchair behind the counter. He said he would rather me stand up and come look at it over his shoulder. He wants me to stand up, son, out of my wheelchair. I said I couldn't because then he cuts me off and says, "Why the F not? You're planning at looking at my private info, aren't you?" I was pretty shocked and confused, and I said, "No, I'm unable to stand due to..." He cut me off again and said, "Screw you, I've been waiting here for 20 minutes and had to walk all the way over here, and if I can do that, you can get off your lazy ass and help me." I then responded that I'm trying to explain that I can't stand due to my condition. I rolled out behind the counter so he could see. He got extremely pale and just ran off. Didn't say sorry or anything. I hate retail. You'll notice very quick, people will lay into you, man. They'll lay into you like their child. And I don't remember being birthed by this guy. And they will never say sorry, because you're just a robot to them. Next message. I'm an SL at GameStop, which is a store manager, and had someone come in to buy 3 new PS4s from me. He just got the consoles, nothing else. He kept mentioning that he needed the 1-year warranty on each of them. I said, of course, it helps my numbers. I ain't gonna argue. He then leaves the store with his consoles. The next day he returns, and I was assuming he was going to get some games. He laid the receipt down on the counter and said he wanted to get a refund for the PS4s he had bought previously. I said, okay, let's go through them. I then asked to let me look at the PS4s and make sure they've not been opened so I can go ahead and return them. He said he didn't have them. I told him that I needed them for the return, obviously. He told me that they were stolen and he didn't have them and wanted to get a refund. I told him that we had to physically return the product. Obviously. He told me that he got the 1-year warranty on all of them and wanted to redeem them for a refund. I was blown away. Shocking. I told him again that I'd have to have the product to return. He started yelling and asking what good the warranties are if you can't even use them if they're stolen. I told him that it's for defects. It doesn't cover stolen. He started cussing at me and screaming and said he would be back. He then came back 10 minutes later and tried returning all 3 PS4s. He magically had them now. Wow. I told him no because he tried scamming me. He got the corporate number and left. My district manager made me return them the next day. Shocking. And I'm trying to think to myself, I used to work at GameStop. I worked there for over a decade. Have I had anything like this happen to me? So this whole time, this guy had the PS4s and was just trying to get some free money. And then he had the audacity to go back in and just try to return them with the consoles that he didn't say he had previously. Next message. I work at Rue 21 and I had a crazy day. Same. I slept like 20 hours. It was intense as hell. There was a huge line at the fitting rooms yesterday. Everyone was frustrated and angry. Then we had this lady come in and completely force herself to the front of the line. People were nearly fighting. She then goes into one of the fitting rooms with all the clothes she had to try on. She was in there quite a while. Everyone was getting antsy. She then left without any of the clothes she took in. I decided to go in there and gather all the clothes. I was horrified when I saw shit. It's always shit all over the room and wiped all over the walls. She cleaned herself up with the clothes she took in there and left. I threw up and ran to my manager and asked if we should call the police. She said no, it happens all the time. Why do people just wipe their poo on everything? Like, have you ever been wiping yourself and your finger just slightly goes through the toilet paper because the toilet paper sucks and you graze your hole? You just graze it and then you vigorously wash your hands for like 30 minutes and it's terrible. How do people just finger paint with it? Why you finger? Just get paint at Hobby Lobby. They're probably open. Next message. I work at McDonald's and we have angry people that come through the drive-thru all the time. I've had people spit in my face and call me every name you can possibly imagine. I had a guy come through recently and ask for ice cream. I told him our machine was down. Shocking. I know. It's never damn up. And he immediately started screaming. He got out of his truck and started beating the hell out of our drive-thru speaker and menu. He completely destroyed it, then came to the window and started beating on it. We were screaming. I called the police and he ran off to his truck and took off. I thought I was gonna die by the ice cream hammer murderer guy. He didn't get arrested because about a week later, the same guy came through asking for ice cream again in the same truck. Like nothing even happened. The audacity. Our speaker and menu is still destroyed to this day. When restaurants don't have the food that I want, that's the first thing I usually do too. Immediately resort to hammer time on the nearest person and or metal object. Someone's dying today. Next message. I work at GameStop and I'm a female. For context, there's a regular customer that has come in since I've been working there. He just wanders around and looks at stuff and leaves. Never really buys anything. Well, a few weeks ago he came in and looked around for about an hour and then he walked up to the counter. I've never talked to him before. He says, I have pretty teeth. Which was weird, but whatever. That's your first sign that something bad's about to happen. Who compliments teeth, man? Psychos, that's who. He then asked me to open my mouth a little so he could see. Don't ask why I agreed to do it. I just didn't think anything was super weird about it. You did this to yourself. He then leaned forward and spit right in my mouth. No! The audacity! I fell to the ground and started vomiting. He laughed hysterically and then walked out. I called the police and they showed up and I filed a police report. I begged my district leader to let me ban him from the store because of this. He told me I could not. I said F it and just decided to ban him myself. The guy has tried coming into the store several times since then, and I always yell at him to get out of the store. And he always just looks confused. Like, what the hell did I do? It's not like I spit in anybody's mouth recently. For one, that's pretty good aim. That's pretty good aim. What I would do to prevent this from the future happenings is I would just not brush my teeth ever again. And then no one's going to compliment them. You'll be fine. Go around looking like a snaggletooth with some yellow chiclets. It's fine. No one's going to spit in your damn mouth, which will probably clean it better. Next message. I've been working at GameStop for years, and this is something that has happened more than once. I had a guy come in and buy a new game. It was $59.99. I then rung it up, and it came out to $65.39, obviously due to sales tax. He started getting heated and asked why the price jumped up. I responded that it's because of sales tax. Obviously. Obviously. He said he didn't understand. The audacity. He said it says 59 on the front. I said yes, but there's sales tax of 9% in this state, so it brings the total to $65.39. He looked confused and angry, so I had to stand there for about 30 minutes explaining sales tax to a 40-year-old man. If anyone has ever worked retail, you know, first damn thing, that happens about 5 times a day. And it's usually older people. They're like, wait a second. What the hell is sales tax? Did you come from a rock? Did you come from a city of rock people that live under the damn rocks? That for some reason doesn't need sales tax to fund their infrastructure? Next message. I work at GameStop. Someone came in and wanted to pick up their order they bought online for store pickup. I couldn't find it in the system and said it wasn't showing up. He then started screaming because I didn't have it. My store leader told me to just give him the game free and we'll sort it out later. Perfect. The audacity. He then got a call from his wife, and she told him she ordered it from a different store. So he laughed and told us that he came to the wrong store, and that's why it didn't show up. He then walked out of the store and kept the game. So he got the game free. That's big brain. This is big brain science right now. Big Brain Academy. He knew what he was doing. He was using the big brain, son. Next message. Big fan here. Been watching ever since I saw the Walmart stuff. I work at Walmart, and as you know, toilet paper has been bought in bulk from customers. I haven't wiped my ass in weeks, damn it. People need to chill the hell out. I can't use my hand anymore. All right? It's starting to get really dried out. I had a lady recently come in with a cart load of toilet paper that she said she had bought previously. Some of them were in roll form, but most of them were just loosed and covered in liquid. Liquid and shit. I told her I couldn't return it, obviously, because she had used all of it. It smelled absolutely insane. Everyone basically evacuated the area. She then got irate and said that she cleaned it all before bringing it back. What do? You rinse off the toilet paper? It doesn't work that way. Obviously, I told her no, and she was extremely mad, and she said she wouldn't be coming in our store anymore. We good. I don't want any of your shit paper anyways. As soon as this happened, I decided to message you. Thank you for the damn shit paper message. Next message. I work at GameStop and had someone buy a used game, and we had some 10% off coupons for a sale that were just laying on the counter. So I was just scanning them for people that were buying used games. That's very nice of you. A guy came up and laid a used game on the counter. I told him I was going to give him 10% off and rang it up. He got angry and said he didn't want anything extra. I told him it wasn't extra. I just had coupons laying around and was using them for the people. He then got more angry and said he didn't want any of the crap I was selling and just give him the damn game. So I asked if he wanted to pay full price instead of 10% off. No strings attached. He said yes. The guy behind him in line said out loud to him, "You must be a special kind of stupid." The guy stayed silent and walked out after paying full price. It still boggles my mind to this day. I actually had that happen on several occasions. People were just like, "I don't want free things." Okay, that's why you paying in pennies, because you don't want free things. It all makes sense now. PTSD, man. The audacity. So that's all I have today. Some insane damn stories compiled by yours truly that you have sent in. If you liked it, please like and damn subscribe. It's real important. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram also. That's also kind of important. And get yourself a Familot t-shirt, man. They're beautiful as hell. I love them, and you'll love them too. And send me pictures on Twitter of them so I can use them for material and stuff. So until next time, make sure you get on it. Doggone it. Bye. Yeah. Hell yeah.